Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give this desk a complete makeover. We're celebrating a new colorist, and the new colorist is celebrating blue color. So we are going to make this desk in blue. The Colorist is a magazine by Annie Sloan, and it features so many amazing interior design ideas, artists, techniques, colors. Every issue has a different stencil. In this one you can find this little stencil in here, and you will find so many cool ideas. As a thank you to all my YouTube viewers, this issue of The Colorist, we are giving a $5 off by using code KachaLifestyleFurniture. Now, to go back to the desk, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the hardware and give it a really good clean off the camera, and then I will come back tomorrow with a fresh day and fresh start, and let's see what ideas I get. Now that my desk is completely prepped, I'm going to paint it, and I decided to go with Greek blue color. It's a gorgeous shade of blue. I always wanted to use it and I never had a chance, so I decided to go with that. It's going to be my first layer, my first color, and then I'm going to layer more colors on top of it. I'm going to play today, so this should be fun. The top, I'm just going to paint in every which direction. And when I come to the front, I'm going to use a different brush and I'm going to tap to create texture. I don't really need a texture for the top of the desk because it's a writing desk, so I want to leave that smooth. This desk has the back, so I have to paint in the back as well, because sometimes people love to keep their desk in the middle of the office. Blue just burped. And that's how we do it here. We paint and we burp. What I got here is a very inexpensive brush from Home Depot. It's old and I'm going to use it on purpose because I'm going to tap. And I'm going to be very harsh to the brush, and look at this texture that it creates. Because this tapping can cause some damage on brushes, so I prefer to use old one for that. Look at this texture without even trying hard. So I'm just going to do this on the front drawers because that's where I wanted texture. And look at all this beautiful texture we got without even trying hard, just using some old beat up brush. It gave me all this texture, and there is not arm work involved in this. There is no pressure, just lightly tapping. This is a gorgeous blue color. I'm so in love with this. I wasn't expecting to be this pretty. Blue is a really good color to sell your furniture fast. People think it's white color to go, that everybody wants white color, but really blue is the color to go. There was not one blue piece that I have painted and posted for sale that didn't sell. Like, I never had to repaint blue pieces. They always sell. There's something about blue that people just love it. He thinks we're talking about him. Blue got some Greek blue. What did you do to your nose? Oh my goodness. So I was done with the first coat, and then I look at the piece and I loved it so much, but I decided to go in completely opposite direction. I wanted to do layers and dry brushing and make it very artistic, but then I decided this piece needs something different and I'm going to go into modern direction. So this is what I did on my break. I sanded the front door just to test it out to see how it's going to look, and I really love this raw wood look, so I am going to do this to all drawers, to the bottom, on the legs and on the top, and then I'm going to do something else. Sometimes you just have to listen to your pieces, sometimes you want to do old world finish, but piece is calling for modern, so just go with your gut. Blue, what are you doing? That's my towel. That's where I sit. What are you trying to make? A bed for yourself? Here. Here. There you go. Is that better? There you go. That's better. Now I'm going to do the second coat on the piece everywhere, except I'm not going to do any painting on the front, and I'm not going to add second coat on the top, but I'm going to go everywhere else and in the same tapping technique, because I really love that texture. Just because piece is modern, it doesn't mean that it cannot have any texture. So let's do that now. Okay, I'm gonna go on the floor. You enjoy the towel. Oops. It's not the same veneer. I started sanding the top because I thought it was the same as the front doors, but I realized this is just not real wood. This is a veneer, and this veneer doesn't have any wood grain. This grain here that you can see, that was just a finish. They probably painted this, so there is nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to keep the top in blue color. I'm just going to go over on this top, add another coat for solid coverage, and then I'm going to move on to the next part of this makeover. And now we're going to do some stenciling and add some fun, something fun to this piece. I chose this mid-century Vibes stencil by Resame Prima. This is from new collection, so I think this is going to be really fun. And I'm using a roller brush, also from Resame Prima. It comes with rollers and the handle, and also a little plastic thing where you can put some paint on. First, I'm going to position this stencil. I'm going to try and center this the best I can. This looks pretty good. Usually I use the stenciling brush or a little foam brush, but this is a lot to fill up. This stencil is large and there is so much to fill up, so it will be just easier with a roller. When stenciling, you always want to have less paint on. It's always better. Less is more, so I'm going to unload as much as I can. Maybe I unloaded it too much. Okay. I know there's some things that are easier or faster. There's so many different ways to paint, to stencil, to do all kind of things, but I simply love to hold the brush. That is my thing. That's how I feel comfortable, so that's why I'm going to stencil this by using this little brush. That it looks so good. I love it. Love, 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 love it. That looks so cool. And the only thing I have to do is connect this and just finish the stencil. And I can already do this because my paint is here dry. But if your paint is not dry, you have to wait this to dry. You let this dry and then you can connect it. So let's do that. And we're done connecting it. Beautiful. I really love this. It looks gorgeous. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. The only problem here is that I can't pull this door out. It's stuck in there. You can't just pull it out all the way out. So I will have to do the same thing, just standing my stencil up, which is more challenging because your arms get tired from stenciling in this position, but it's still manageable. So let's do that now. Beautiful. I'm done stenciling and now I am going to protect all this by using Anislon clear wax, and you can see how the desk look right now without any protection. It's beautiful. I really love how fun and bright this piece is. The protection is going to darken up the color just a little bit, nothing too much. So I'm going to do that right now, if blue will let me. I'm using a microfiber cloth because all my brushes are not clean. They're full of old wax and they have some color on them. It goes faster when you use a brush, but if you don't have a waxing brush, you can just use a microfiber cloth and that is all right. Wax also darken up the wood, the raw wood, and it protects it as well. And we gotta protect this behind the door. It's harder to see the difference on lighter colors, but here you can notice how the wax is deepening this color. Not too much, just a little bit. Now I'm going to add new hardware to this desk. I picked this modern, kind of retro modern looking hardware in gold because I need some gold in there and we will be all done. And we're done with this beautiful desk makeover. I really love how this piece came out. I'm so glad I decided to stop and switch directions in the middle of the project. It's much better to switch directions when you're in the middle of the project than once you're done and you realize that you don't like it and then you have to go back and do everything from the beginning. I'm glad I listened to the voice in my head telling me this piece should go for modern vibes, not aged and texturized and layered like I wanted to do, because I really love this natural wood, this beautiful gray color, and the stencil by Design with Prima. I think everything together, it looks so nice, fresh, and I know it will make some office a beautiful piece of furniture. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time with a new project and more ideas. Bye guys!